In the heart of downtown Chicago stood the iconic Camden Estate, a towering glass mansion that screamed wealth, success, and untouchable status. But inside, behind all that shimmer, lived a man whose heart was as empty as the halls of his fortune. Adrian Camden, 38, billionaire CEO of Camden Enterprises, had everything money could buy, except peace. His wife, Emily, had died suddenly in a tragic accident 3 years ago, leaving him a widower and a father to a 2-year-old girl, Lily, who couldn't yet pronounce the word mommy. For months, Adrian tried to juggle fatherhood with billion-dollar deals. But Lily cried every night. She refused to eat. Her eyes held a hollow sadness only children who lose their mothers know. That's when Clara Hart entered their lives. A quiet, composed 25-year-old woman with a warm smile and a past no one asked about. Clara didn't arrive with fancy recommendations. She came from a humble agency. But Lily took to her within minutes. Like a flower reaching for the sun. She wasn't just a caregiver. She painted stars on Lily's ceiling to chase away her nightmares. She made up lullabies that sounded like hope. She taught Lily to say, "I'm brave," every morning in front of the mirror. Adrian noticed it all. From his office cameras. From Lily's growing laughter. But he never said much to Clara. Just polite nods, rare smiles, and occasional thank yous. Yet, something in him had started to shift. Quietly. Slowly. Clara didn't just heal Lily, she healed the air of the house. The silences weren't heavy anymore. The halls weren't so cold. Even the grief portraits seemed less suffocating. What Adrian didn't know, what no one knew, was that Clara had her own story. She had grown up in group homes, tossed from one foster family to another. She was never adopted, never claimed. Her mother had died of an overdose when Clara was 5. Her father? A question mark on a birth certificate. She aged out of the system at 18 and spent nights in shelters, days working as a waitress, then studying early childhood education by candlelight. She became a nanny not because it was easy, but because she believed every child deserved the love she never got. But deep inside, Clara carried a secret fear. I may be good enough to raise someone's child. But I'll never be worthy enough to be part of their world. The annual Camden Gala was the biggest night of the year. Adrian's publicists were already prepping his appearance with Veronica Steele, his ex-girlfriend and high-profile PR executive. Their reunion was expected. But 3 days before the gala, something happened. Lily fell sick. A fever that wouldn't go down. Clara stayed up 2 nights straight, wiping her forehead, reading stories, and whispering, "Mommy would be proud of you." Adrian found her sleeping beside Lily's bed, still in her nanny uniform, holding the child's hand. That moment broke something inside him. He didn't see a nanny. He saw family. The next morning, at breakfast, he cleared his throat. "Clara, would you come to the gala with me?" She stared at him. Mouth open. "I'm sorry." "Me?" "Yes. Not as a nanny. As my guest. But, people will talk. They'll judge. Then let them talk. Maybe it's time they learn what real value looks like." Clara didn't say yes immediately. She cried quietly that night, holding Lily in her arms. She looked at herself in the mirror and whispered. "Maybe I deserve to be seen, just once." Saturday night arrived. The ballroom glittered with gold and envy. Adrian stepped in, dressed in his signature black tux. Strong. Composed. And beside him, Clara walked in, wearing a simple navy blue dress. Her hair in a soft bun. No diamonds. Just grace. The whispers began immediately. "Isn't that the nanny? God, has Camden lost his mind? Maybe she's a charity case." Veronica spotted her and walked over with a wine glass and venom in her smile. "Adrian, darling. You do know this isn't a costume party, right? Clara lowered her eyes. But Adrian didn't let go of her hand. Veronica, meet Clara. She didn't come to impress. She came because she earned this place more than most of you ever could. The room fell into an awkward hush. But it wasn't over. Later that night, Adrian took the stage to deliver his annual address. But instead of launching into numbers, he paused and looked across the room. Then he said, "Every year I talk about success, innovation, growth. But this year, I want to talk about something else. Humanity." He turned toward Clara. "Clara, will you join me up here?" The crowd stirred. Clara froze. But Adrian nodded. "Please." Hands trembling, she walked up. The mic felt heavier than she imagined. "I don't belong in rooms like these. That's what I've always believed. I grew up in places where dreams are laughed at. Where you learn to eat your dinner fast, before someone else takes it." Her voice cracked. But one little girl changed everything. She let me love her. And one man reminded me I'm not invisible. That I matter. She looked at Adrian. "I was never rich. But tonight, I feel like I have everything." Silence. Then someone clapped. Then another. Until the room erupted. It wasn't just applause. It was awakening. 3 weeks later. Lily was playing in the backyard, Clara beside her, braiding her hair. Adrian walked over, holding something behind his back. He knelt. "Clara Hart, you've been Lily's heart. You've been my calm. I never saw you coming, but now, I can't imagine life without you." He pulled out a velvet box. "Will you marry me?" Tears poured down Clara's face. "Yes, yes, 1,000 times. Today." Clara runs the Hart Foundation, helping orphaned girls access education and love. Lily? She's a confident little girl who tells everyone her mom is a real-life angel. Adrian? He shows up to every school recital, often holding Clara's hand in front of everyone. They still attend galas. And this time, no one whispers. Because they all remember the night the nanny gave a speech. And changed the meaning of grace forever. You can wear diamonds. Or you can shine from within. One fades. The other lasts. True worth is not defined by titles, wealth, or appearances, it is defined by the kindness you give, the hearts you heal, and the love you carry, even when the world refuses to see you. Clara's journey teaches us that no matter where you come from, whether it's a foster home or a mansion, your dignity, compassion, and courage can light up the darkest rooms. Sometimes, the people the world overlooks are the ones who carry the purest light. Yellow Heart.